pretty beautiful. Got a little frost last night. Hello, crew. It is the afternoon of, I think, the 22nd of November. It's the Sunday before Thanksgiving. And I am driving back from the Tri-Cities, where I just drove up there to return something to Best Buy. I bought a computer, a laptop, because the laptop that I have is breaking down a little bit at a time. It's the touchscreen has gone out, one of the USB ports has gone out, the audio jack cuts in and out, and the screen actually arbitrarily flashes on and off, just like will flicker in and out and stop working. And then I have to close the device, open it up, and then it works again. But it's basically, it's not going to continue much longer. And then I also, last summer, I'm sure I talked about this, I dropped it on Sarah's porch, or Linda's porch, Sarah, whatever. When I was up at Linda and Brad's house, I dropped it on their porch and it ceased working, and I had to fight to get it back working again. I had to take it apart and do some stuff. So, it's basically on its last legs. So what I did, I actually went online, went to Best Buy, and ordered another computer. I got this computer that I bought from Best Buy, and it was again scratch and dent, so I figured it saved me 10% off the price, plus it was on sale, and so I actually ended up getting it Friday. And when it came in, I opened it up, and the battery in it, well, I actually read the instructions on it before I opened it up, because I'm getting older and I do that now. And it said that the battery should be in a mode that prevents it from discharging, because it can damage it if it discharges all the way in shipping. And so I got it and I opened it up, and first thing I noticed was that the battery was completely dead. Like when I plugged it in, the red light started flashing on it, and I was like, that's not good. So I opened up the case, and following the directions, it said plug it in, it'll activate the battery. And I turned it on, and it pops up, and it logs me into somebody else's Microsoft account. So obviously they had never wiped the machine before they sent it out to me. And the battery, like I said, was completely dead. And so I was like, okay, this isn't good. So I called Best Buy. And so I called them. The first thing I did, actually, I tried chatting with them online. And the lady online said, you need to talk to... I talked to one of the tech people, and she said, you need to talk to a salesperson or a customer service person. So then I called and talked to a customer service person, and she said, no, you need to talk to one of our tech support people. And she forwarded me to the tech support person. The tech support person talked to me and said, no, you need to talk to a customer service person. And she forwarded me back to a customer service person, at which point the person picked up and started talking to me, and then I got cut off. And I was like, great. So then I called back again, and I talked to a customer service person, and just as I started talking to him, I got cut off again. So I then called a third time, and I said, you're the fifth person I've talked to, and I keep getting the runaround. And this lady was great, and so I talked to her, and she was like, you just need to send it back. Just return it. And you could tell initially she didn't want to say that, and I'm sure that her bosses would tell her not to counsel me to return merchandise. But she was like, if anything goes wrong with this device, you're not going to be able to, in 3 weeks, you've got 10 days to return it. And if something goes wrong, you're screwed, because there's no warranty on it. It's a scratch and dent. They're just going to claim that it was a problem that was pre-existing, even though you've called us and told us there was an issue with it. So I was like, okay, well, thank you. So then she said, I'm going to, put in a request to send you a mailing label so that you don't have to pay to return it. You should get an email in 2 hours. Well, I never got the email with the new mailing label, and basically the return label that came with the device was said that I had to pay to return it, or I could take it back to the store. So I had to pay for the shipping, and so I just decided to drive it up and take it back to the store, just because I had such a lousy experience with them. I was like, I'm going to go up, I'm going to hand it to them, make sure I get my money refunded, and then deal with that, rather than pay to send it back, pay for the shipping. So that's what I've been doing. That's my story, and I'll stick to it. And I'm just coming back into Pendleton, so you can see actually it's been a hoarfrost kind of day, which is pretty cool. I took a video earlier on my way out of town when I was heading up about 2.5 hours ago. So yeah. There's the multi-rotor Karoo, just so you can see where it is and what's going on with it. Nothing.